Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's King and Flake, yeah. And Shotbybuddha, yeah. I've been staying up out of the way of all of the nonsense. I've been told by all of my OGs, trust the process. I've been killing it back to back, that's why they loving the content. And no matter where I get, never changing the mindset. No matter how hard they try, the vibe will never die. No matter how hard they try, the vibe will never die. No matter how hard they try, the vibe will never die. No matter how hard they try, the vibe will never die, y'all. You better be letting them know that there's levels to this. We never letting them win. I am the biggest, like who let the elephant in. You cannot kill the vibe. In fact, the vibe will always survive. You can detect the real and tide. We built for the storm and we ready to ride. I am the biggest titan, suited up with the squad to back me. Tried to run when they thought they had me. Laid them flat when they tried to pass me. Lately I've been feeling like a big dog. Who would ever think I'd make it this far? I've been pulling strings like a guitar. Now they don't wanna see me in a football. Stream hopping on Mondays. About to get busy, better tap in. People like us need action. This ain't for the money, this passion. And we got the squad outside. Once they go, then we all gon' ride. Ain't talking about slipping when they say they gon' slide. It's one nation when they talking about fight. Yeah. I've been staying up out of the way of all of the nonsense. I've been told by all of my OGs, trust the process. I've been killing it back to back, that's why they loving the content. And no matter where I get, never changing the mindset. No matter how hard they try, the vibe will never die. No matter how hard they try, the vibe will never die. No matter how hard they try, the vibe will never die. No matter how hard they try, the vibe will never die. Yeah, I got the juice, I got the sauce. I'm making moves just like a boss. Vibe Nation got us, they going off. We showing out, and you just running your mouth. Let's talk about it, so tune in now. Started this podcast right from the ground. Battle of the sexes, bringing the crowd. We working nights and days for this. You looking for merch, we stay with it. I had to find out what patience is, and go get my meditation in. It's all a part of the vibe, the hunger for success is out of your mind. And I'm like a doctor, the way that I'm fixing these problems, I can't help but shine. We are the most influential. We will not waste our potential. Get clapped with the car 98 up on Warzone, so you better come get your issue. I get a rush off of making the move that is progressive to all the people. Facebook and partner me, look at the artistry, they know my skill set is lethal. Yeah. I've been staying up out of the way of all of the nonsense. I've been told by all of my OGs, trust the process. I've been killing it back to back, that's why they loving the content. And no matter where I get, never changing the mindset. No matter how hard they try, the vibe will never die. No matter how hard they try, the vibe will never die. No matter how hard they try, the vibe will never die. No matter how hard they try, the vibe will never die. Said it's your boy, King and Flake, yeah. Hey, Buddha, I appreciate the opportunity once again, big bro. As always, I'm honored my fam. I'm honored as always, you dig? And as always, I'm out.
Houston Texans, come on down.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
It's time for y'all to face the music. Lil D, Effort, Kicks Wheel, B Walker, What It Do Player,
Let me teach you how to
Bad
vibe.
Take Cheat in the building, KT2 the GOAT, Sean Smith,
Let me teach you how to
Yeah.
vibe.
Aaron C, D'Angelo, say CJ for MVP, Evan P, Roll Tide as always, Suave ATL, we in the building. Yo, we live with it. If you're on Facebook, like, share, follow, tap into the daily content. If you're on YouTube, Shop Talks go up at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time every day. Like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Picture in picture. Twitch. You got Amazon Prime. You can sub to the channel free once a month. Cost you nothing. If you don't use it on me, use it on another content creator that you rock with. Got picture in picture on there as well. And if you're not, follow me on Kick. No ads, picture in picture, up to 50 emotes free. You do not have to be a subscriber to the channel, just simply a follower. Late night streams, podcasts, mailbags, you name it, we got it. And we here. Hope everybody having a blessed Sunday. Listen, man. CJ Stroud. The Houston Texans could have won the game today if CJ Stroud just took knees and punted the ball back. I mean, like, the fumbles, the throwing the ball straight up in the air, the behind passes, the hospital balls. CJ Stroud just looked completely out of it and rattled today. And I couldn't be more happier. We're going to get into that in just a second. Robert Saleh. We not worried about no Zoom or no Skyping or none of that. No Discord calls. 49ers got the belt yesterday. Come on to Nashville, man. We send the PJ out to you. Clear the schedule, man. We didn't know we're talking about Stefanski. Matt Nagy. Give me a leader of men in there. Let's go get an OC and get this thing cracking. You heard my dog She with the 30-star bomb dragon stickers in the chat. He said send Will Anderson to Tennessee. Aaron C, that's old. If you're on Facebook, !music, y'all can get all my it should be a playlist with all my stream intros. I got like 7 stream intros, bro. Man, Christian Gonzalez was playing ball. No Nico Collins, no Tank Dell, no Dalton Schultz, no like, bro. But even the plays that was made, it's just CJ Stroud just was not putting the ball where it needed to go. He wasn't making the right decisions. Had to vibe with the Vibe Nation. After that dub is only right. You feel me? Still high on that rookie season. Is CJ Stroud cooked? Is this the best? Have we seen the best of CJ Stroud? He still got something in the tank. Aaron C with the 99-star bomb. I mean, I'm just asking for a friend. Like, where my Texans homeboys at? Like, are y'all done with CJ Stroud? Y'all ready to move on? Y'all ready to sell the bag and draft Fernando Mendoza? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are y'all trying to do at this point? Because that was slightly crazy today to see how things panned out. Because, like, to be fair, like, I know he had 3 touchdowns, but Drake May was not playing good today. You know, that wasn't MVP Drake May. That was fumbling, you know, putting the ball in harm's way Drake May that we seen today. And the Texans, Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson was all after him, but CJ Stroud just could not cash in at all. He just could do nothing with that top defense in the league. Getting him the ball back, bailing him out, still giving him a chance, and, you know, on the road in the playoffs, eventually, like, you know, guys are going to give up some plays, and that's exactly what happened. But let me see a crystal ball in the chat. I got something for y'all. I did some Houston Texan fans. I did something specifically special for y'all. I love the Houston Texans so much for letting go of the Titans to come. The city of Houston let the Titans come to Nashville.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
To be the Tennessee Titans / Oilers. You cried and cried and cried about the jerseys, you know. So, you know, we put them to the side. You'll never get them back. You know, there's no Indian giving, which I don't understand the concept of Indian giving anyways. But you know, like, you can't give us something in there and sell us something in there and have buyer's remorse and want it back. So not only do you not get the jerseys, crystal balls in the chat. Crystal balls in the chat. I got something special for y'all. If you a Tennessee Titan fan, if you are a Houston Texan fan, a Jaguar, Colt, you would specifically like this. No, I still got my hair. I just got a hat on. me see some more crystal balls, man. Let me see some more crystal balls. Bro, when I come bearing gifts, I need y'all to show some love back. That's all I want. A little bit of appreciation for the gift I'm about to give y'all. Man, you know why? Because I had to pull up this graphic. I've been telling y'all this the whole time. When I dropped that reel this morning, I said, do I want Mike Vrabel to go to the Super Bowl with Bo Nix out, or do I want the Texans to go out? And this is one of them times where I ain't no hater. It's a lot of ex-Tennessee Titan legends that's on the New England Patriots, along with Coach Vrabel, who we care about, we respect. The Houston Texans have never made an AFC Championship game.
Let me teach
9
you how to
playoff
vibe.
appearances, 0-7 in the divisional round, 0 conference championships appearances, 0 Super Bowl appearances. And if you don't have any appearances in the Super Bowl, you can't win the Super Bowl. So you know what? When your division rival got a chance to go to the Super Bowl, a friend of my enemy is my friend temporarily. You know what I'm saying? We snake a little bit right now. You know what I'm saying? We snake a little bit right now. We see the Houston Texans, no matter what they do, no matter who they got, whether it's J.J. Watt, whether it's Jadeveon Clowney, whether it's Deshaun Watson, whether it's D-Hop, we don't care who is ever there. We just know Houston Texans ain't going to the conference championship. So as much as y'all talk about the Titans and people, the Titans is trash and y'all ain't never done nothing and da-da-da-da. I know one thing. I know one thing. Them boys is an offer. They got a real goose egg out here when it comes to the playoffs. And as much as y'all talk about Cam Ward and his fumbles and things, I seen Drake May fumbling. I seen Stroud slump. I seen them throwing picks all over the field. Man, Cam Ward is gonna definitely get to a conference championship in the Super Bowl before the Houston Texans. Mark it. And you know why he's gonna get there? Because Mike Bergonzi, contrary to popular belief, is not sold on Matt Nagy. Robert Saleh, come on down. Come on, we take a defensive head coach. Get your OC, Bones Fossil as special teams. Get your DC. Let's roll. Let's start this free agent ride and this draft prep so we can get together and get us a team in here and have a top defense in the league and watch Cam Ward get in there and not have 5 turnovers with a chance to go to the Super Bowl.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Man, the #1 defense in the NFL and have 5 turnovers and Bo Nix ain't playing next week. Bro, this was it. This was literally the AFC Championship today. And they but one thing I am sad about is though Woody Marks, man, I just needed like 30 all-purpose yards from you, bro. That's it. Woody Marks could not get nothing. I think he had like 14 carries for 17 yards or something crazy like that. They put a belt on them boys today. Shout out to Mike Vrabel though, and Harold Landry and Dr. Gibby and all the other former Titans that's on Spillane and all the other former Titans that's on the Patriots. I think Mike McDaniel might get a head coaching job. But look, you gotta make like, to me, if you was gonna go offensive minded head coach, like them, I just don't understand that. Like, if you laid them out, it's like, I don't know how people fall in love with certain coaches. I don't. He said they sipping too much lean. He said I mess with the Texans, but I think that's true. I mean, are they cursed or something, bro? Like, this is different. This right here is different, bro. 0-7 individual, no conference championship appearances, bro. So I don't ever want to hear nobody talking about the Titans no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't hear nobody talking about the Titans because Titans we ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. That is not the sauce. All right, who y'all got, man? Bears, Rams are going on. The game is ongoing right now. Y'all know my Super Bowl pick was the Rams, so you know I got to roll with the Rams. I can't fold just because the pressure on. You know what I'm saying? One thing you can't do is you can't fold when the pressure hit. So I'm sticking with the Rams. I think Matthew Stafford gonna throw some more no look passes, and that's why I got my dog Chronic Fan on the board back here, because I respect the Bears. They got my dog Kevin Byard out there, and on top of them having Kevin Byard out there, a guy that the Tennessee Titans wanted to take a pay cut. We still have to see what we do with the 6th round pick, because that's the only remnant from the Kevin Byard trade, is the fact that we traded Jarvis Brownlee for a 6th round pick. So the 6th round pick is all we have left of Kevin Byard. So hope Kevin Byard balls out today. But I need Nashawn Wright to come on over to Nashville, bro. I think he's gonna be a cornerback 1 in Nashville in free agency. You know what I'm saying? Because them Seahawk dudes look like they finna get paid. I don't think no Seahawks is leaving the Seahawks unless they win the Super Bowl. Then they might leave. Yo, Champ, what's good, my boy? Tighten up. I got Corey D. I got some real Titans. Hey, look, that's how you feel good. You look on the board and like 5 consecutive comments is Titan fans. You know what I'm saying? 5 consecutive comments is Titan fans. Man, Corey, talk to me, man. Sunshine ain't never gonna win nothing. CJ Stroud ain't never gonna win nothing.
Let me teach you how to
You
vibe.
heard the coach finna have Kyler Murray over here. The coach finna get Kyler Murray. You feel me? Cam Ward finna take over, man. He said, man, when I get to do what I want to do, the league gonna be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? He meant it. He's standing on business. Corey Mack, Adam L, Jason G, Kenny O, D Ford. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Appreciate she and Aaron C throwing the stars. But listen, man, like, I think the Bears is gonna fight tonight, though. I really do. I think the Bears is gonna fight tonight. I like what Ben Johnson has done with the Bears. And if you're a Lion fan, like, are you kind of like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you're a Lion fan, are you kind of tight? You lost Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson is 1 game away from the NFC Championship. Oh, we definitely coming. Pause. What y'all think, though? Look, I'm gonna be honest. I think that Mike McCarthy is taking an interview with the Steelers as we speak. I think Mike McCarthy don't want to come in. Like, he's been courted 2 times by the Titans. Them pushing the schedule, I think they're gonna try to get Robert Saleh in the building, and I think they're gonna try not to let him leave. And I think that's the best thing, because if Robert Saleh interviews and they flew him out to Nashville and
Let me
PJ,
teach you how to
and
vibe.
he don't take the job, if he leaves, I don't think Mike McCarthy would have left without taking a job if it's a job that he really wanted. If he's still taking the Pittsburgh Steelers, interview, or he's going to try to take us for the cash. If that happens and we let Robert Saleh leave, we're going to have Matt Nagy as a head coach. I'm almost certain. I would like to wait till Kubiak was done, but I don't think that they realistically was going to get Kubiak. So best case scenario right now is Robert Saleh is announced as working on a deal to be the Tennessee Titans' next head coach. But in the next 24 hours, that is literally the best case scenario for us right now. And if you told me at the beginning of the coaching search that Robert Saleh was going to be the guy, I would have been 100% fine with that. We just got to make sure we get the right OC with him. So if there was an OC that you interviewed that didn't get a head coaching job, Mike McDaniel, Dabo, then, or maybe Robert Saleh is the head coach and Nagy is the OC and he gets to call plays, I'd be fine with that. But if there's a guy that you didn't get the job somewhere, then you might want to bring in a young OC with him and package it. But that would be a nice start for Cam Ward, 2 head coaches, and then Bones Fossil, and then whoever they bring in as a DC. There you go, Brisker, Penn State legend. Pats and Seahawks is the Super Bowl. Man, I'm sticking with the Rams. I'm going down on the ship. Kicks wheel. Rams are bust, man. Rabbit, what up? Saleh was your guy from the jump.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
What's crazy is every head coach signed before our visit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be real. I think some of those franchises knew better, that if you get a head coach to interview in Nashville with Bergonzi and what he could offer, because like from what I've seen, like just kind of doing deductive reasoning on the internet, I kind of feel like they have been in contact with Mike McCarthy throughout this time because he wasn't coaching, and maybe him and Jason Garrett was more of a feel to see what the energy was like out there. Even though I still think that Jason Garrett, like that one just baffled me. Like the phone, that should have been the Zoom call, should have been Jason Garrett, not the real actual interview. Like he said, he doesn't want to call plays. Give me my dream team, Saleh.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
OC. I think Mike McDaniel gonna get a head coaching job, though. That's the only thing. Who for OC if Robert Saleh is hired? I mean, it could. I mean, you know, Dabo, Nagy, McDaniel would be top choice. Him or Cliff Kingsbury would be top choice for OC. But I mean, Kubiak was my number one. But you know, just because I like that Kubiak is going to run the football, he's going to protect the football. You know, he's gonna put the quarterback in. He's not gonna have the quarterback in harm's way all season. You know, like the opposite of Brian Callahan, which is like every single route combination is like 10 routes downfield. You know what I'm saying? Like takes 30 seconds for the plays to develop.
Let me teach you how to
Orbit
vibe.
motion, handoffs and stuff. I don't need none of that. You been calling for Robert Saleh for 15 weeks. If we get Kubiak, we gotta go with Love. I mean, I'm still firm on. I go Love if we trade back and he's there. But you know, people being flirting around with this draft board, I wouldn't be mad if they take Love. It just mean that whoever the head coach is and Mike Bergonzi has got to kill it in free agency. Because I've said this from the jump. If y'all go back and watch any of my draft free agent build videos that's on YouTube, y'all can go check those out. All of my content upload every morning at 8 a.m. But if on YouTube, but like let's say Kayvon Thibodeau, you got him in free agency and you took Love first, and then you had Femi coming back, and maybe around pick 100 to 120 somewhere in there, you know, Dennis Sutton, Zion Young, it's some guys that would be like some good rotational pieces that could grow into some talent. You know, like Jalen Harrell has gotten better. Truman Jones, you know, those guys, not household names by no means, but you need good rotational pieces. I would rather have young guys developing than, you know, your 10 million on Arden Key, and, you know, those mid-range type of veterans. As Kubiak interviewed, I think he's done some video work, but they still in the playoffs. So like getting an in-person interview with him is like kind of off the board when their next game is for the Super Bowl. Zay was good. To see now, the thing about when the Steelers and the Ravens fired their coaches, it sent the coaching carousel into a spiral because everything was kind of solidified of who's got the number one pick, who's got what, and now you need 8 head coaches to get jobs instead of 5 or 6, and that just threw everything into a wrench of some guys that probably could be OC. Like somebody probably could have got Stefanski for OC, but so many jobs being open, Stefanski is gonna be a head coach of the Falcons. You know, so you know Harbaugh's taking the Giants, and it just kind of pushes things around when those staffs start getting assembled to where somebody you would have been able to get as an OC is gonna get a head coaching job. He said if we grab Saleh and draft Bain, Lord, this defense is gonna be crazy. I mean, me personally, I wanted to go edge with the first pick, but you know, if they work some magic in free agency to get, you know, a Jalen Phillips or Thibodeau or, you know, Adafio Way, somebody like that, Boy Mafia. Like if you get somebody of that caliber, then it kind of relieve the pressure. But at the same time, you know, if we could trade back like the Browns did last year, stay around at those top picks value wise and skill wise, like elite level, like you still get a shot at like Bain, Reese, Keldrick, Falk, Tyson, Jordan, like, you know, Jeremiah Love. Like if you still get a shot at one of those guys like that, like that's awesome. But also depending on who we get as head coach depends on the different free agents that you could get, right? So like let's say Saleh gets hired, you know, you're gonna have a better shot to get some defensive players to want to come in free agent. Now if it was McDaniel or Kubiak or Kingsbury, then you might be more inclined to get, you know, you might get a Kyle Pitts that might want to come to Nashville or something like that. So depending on what they do with this coaching hire, because that's the reason why, like, I'm not excited about having a Nagy. I would be excited about McCarthy, but not Nagy, because if Nagy gets hired, like, that's not nothing that makes a free agent want to come to Nashville. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have 15 weeks to hire a coach. You had a jump start on everybody, and then at the end, you hired the guy that everybody thought you probably would hire in the beginning, based upon a prior relationship, not on who's the best coach available. I'm just not being sold on Nagy. I'm not saying he's trash. He's better than Mike McCoy and Brian Callahan, but I'm not willing to say that I'm excited about since week 4, you demoted Brian Callahan from play calling duties, and, you know, 3 months later we're hiring Nagy. Yeah, it's like, that's just not what I want. All right, doors of the church is open. Y'all got any questions y'all want to ask? Shoot, Longia. That was a good question though about who do we like for OC if Robert Saleh is hired? Because obviously that's the most important thing when you hire a defensive minded coach, is who's going to be the OC that you could pair with Cam Ward. That's not going to be a one and done, because you want Cam Ward to at least have whoever you hire at OC to be there for a couple years, for them to really get a chance to let Cam Ward develop. Tighten up, Stevie. Is McCarthy out? I mean, he's had one interview, a formal interview, then he left the building. You know what I'm saying? With all the connections that they prior have, for him to leave the building and be headed to Pittsburgh to interview, and for them to clear the slate and go from a video call to flying Robert Saleh in and pushing some guys to the side, makes me feel like they're going to go all in on Robert Saleh. And maybe they have been looking at Saleh or Kubiak the whole time, but didn't think that they would be available. EP, what's good? What are the Commanders going to do? EP, from the NFC Championship to a top 5 pick, Dan Quinn is needing 2 coordinators on the Commanders. What are y'all gonna do? It's a lot going on out there in the Commander land. 49ers want us to hire Robert Saleh for the compensatory pick. That happened last time when we got Rand Carthon. They got compensatory picks. Who do you really think the Titans will get a head coach? I hope they get Robert Saleh at this point. Bill, what's popping? We hired our quarterback coach to OC, and for DC, you want Brian Flores. So if Brian Flores get a head coaching job somewhere, where do you want to look? because Debo Samuel is up for free agency too, right? You think Ruben Bain gonna drop in the draft? I don't think Ruben Bain gonna drop. Because here's the deal: if you don't think that Ruben Bain is the top edge, you're gonna Arvell Reese, and Arvell Reese is gonna be a project because in the NFL you're gonna put him exclusively at edge. It took Femi like a whole month of NFL play before he started getting used to playing edge, right? Then he got hurt. Then you going Keldrick Falk. Keldrick Falk has a high ceiling, but you kind of don't know what you're getting in Keldrick Falk. So now you're gonna try to sell me that David Bailey is gonna be the number one edge in the draft and jump Bain. I'm just not so sure. Like I don't think Ruben Bain falls outside of the top 10. Like in a catastrophic fall, I don't think he goes outside top 10. Because I just don't think it's much to push him. Depending on scheme, like the size and the size and strength that he plays at, you're gonna need a specific scheme to play Arvell Reese. I think Steelers are zeroing in on Chris Shula from the Rams. That would make sense. Mike McCarthy is headed over there to y'all now. Why not bring back Denard? I said if John Harbaugh came, then Denard had a better chance of staying. But Denard Wilson has interviewed on the Commanders. Most likely resigning. Y'all getting Ruben Bain? Not if we draft him first. Reason why I like, and hear me out, Titans. Reason why I like Ruben Bain at 4 is because you can play him inside out.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Like you talk about having Tavondre Sweat in the middle, and you can move Jeff and flip flop him, and then Femi, Femi sets a hard edge. Somebody please take EJ Vero because we don't want him. But I really hope Washington can't get Bain. And how the DN from Texas A&M, not a chance. They said we already got Arvell Reese. That's what I'm saying. We already have a project, so I didn't think Arvell Reese was like. I don't think the Titans want to take another edge and make another project out of it. But if Arvell Reese gets in the combine and runs a 4.4 like James Pierce Jr., then I'll shut my mouth. Just pay the edge rusher from Santiago. San Diego? You talking about Adafio away? See, this is the thing, Stevie B. We are the Tennessee Titans. We are Nashville. We are 32 out of 32 2 years in a row. The hard part is getting a free agent to sign. Like, look at the Patriots. The Patriots signed like 7 former Tennessee Titans. Like, they big free agent pickups was like Harold Landry. And then they got Stephon Diggs when he was coming off of a major injury. So it's like, you're going to be hard to get the free agent that you want to leave a playoff team to come to Nashville and be part of a rebuild. Unless you are offering like top end money. So that's why I say like a Kayvon Thibodeau, if he stays in New York, there's Brian Burns and there's Abdul Carter. So for him, he needs to go somewhere where somebody gonna pay him and get him the shot. You see what I'm saying? Like, now, just picture my setup. Kayvon Thibodeau and Femi on the edge. Jeffrey Simmons and T Sweat. If you was to get that in free agency pre-draft, then you may enter the draft thinking offense. Then you think about taking Jordan Tyson at 4. I do not want Jordan Tyson at 4. If this was Jeremiah Smith, I'd be happy to take Jeremiah Smith at 4. When Travis Hunter came out, if we was taking Travis Hunter at 4, I would have been happy to do that. But Jordan Tyson or Carnell Tate, I just don't want to take them at 4.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
If I traded back and I had to take a skill player, I'd take Jeremiah Love before them two. Because at the end of the first round, it's going to be Denzel Boston, Casey Concepcion. You're going to start the second round. There's going to be Jeremy Bernard, It's gonna be Jacoby Lane, Chris Brazel, Zachariah Branch. There's gonna be Chris Bell. Like, you can have some dogs in the second. I just don't think that Carnell Tate, Jordan Tyson, and Mekhi Lemon are that much better than Casey Concepcion, Denzel Boston, Chris Brazel, Zachariah Branch, Jeremy. I just don't think there's some huge, like, monstrous gap. Like, I got a surefire number one guy. That's just me personally. Two-time, what up? I think they're doing McCarthy a solid since he's from Pitts. My top coaches I want is Shula, Flores, and Shalas. Yeah, okay. That's a solid rotation. See, you like the energy of coaches I like. I don't want some old coach. I need somebody that's got some fire. He said CJ is. He said y'all need a QB. Well, this year 3 of CJ going into year 4. Y'all remember they threw Bryce Young away, and then Bryce Young had a bounce back. Then you had CJ Stroud was the phenom out the gate and regressed every year since. Then you got Anthony Richardson, who can't stay healthy, and